says they streaming the two channels. They just taking the recording from the other platform.
Possibly. All right. Well, I just went live again in the YouTube studio. Hey, everybody. It's Dr. Tanya with Wisepreneurs. And I'm going live again. Go and see if you can see it.
And now I can see it. It just popped up.
Okay. All right. I'm
It
going to
popped up
do it.
on YouTube.
Okay. Okay. So it popped up directly on YouTube. All
Yes, ma'am.
right. All right. All right. I wonder if I could bring, I don't know how to bring you on with me. I don't know how to do all that.
Oh, you gotta add me as a guest. Do you?
Hold on. Let me see. Let me see.
So did you just click YouTube, or did you click YouTube and TikTok?
No, this is just YouTube.
Okay.
I got, hold on. Participants.
Oh, oh. Devon said it takes a minute for it to populate in the YouTube studio when you stream on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So you don't necessarily see it right away.
Not right away. Okay. What the last one?
All right. Well, come chit chat. Come chat with me in the chat, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna just talk for a little bit.
Okay.
All
I'm on
right.
it.
Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. This is our first live, or my first live on YouTube. And so I wanted to come and talk a little bit about the Wisepreneurs Collective. So we tried it earlier. We were trying this double stream, but I wanted to make sure that we got a live for specifically for YouTube so I could talk about the Wisepreneurs Collective and just what it is. So we have an experiment going to grow this channel, and I'd love to have more 40 and over entrepreneurs, 40 and over people who are maybe wanting to move from the career space into owning their own business to join us here at Wisepreneurs. So I get asked a lot of times, D and I both, what is a Wisepreneur? And so I wanted to just explain that a wisepreneur is simply just an entrepreneur that is 40 and older. So if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and you are into entrepreneurship, you have your own business, or you want to get into entrepreneurship, then that's what Wisepreneurs is all about. So it's all about helping those of us who are aging and who are in middle age and getting older to create something of our own, to create something that we own. So, one of the things that I'm sure, if you're in my age range, then, we were all taught to go to school, get degrees, get that great job, and then, and really to build someone else's dream, to build a business for someone else. And so for many of us, we've been workers, we worked really hard, and we really spent a lot of time, effort, and energy building and growing someone else's dream. And so now that we're at the age that we are, sometimes we look back and we think about, well, there are dreams that we have, and there are things that we wanted to do, and things that maybe businesses that we wanted to own. And so Wisepreneurs is really about a collective of bringing people together who simply want to build something of their own and to create their own economy and to create their own cash flow in their lives. So I know that today, so many of us are worried and concerned about what's happening in the economy, the price of food, the price of everything is just skyrocketing, but also what we once thought of as stability in jobs is no longer stability, right? So that get that good government job as we were all taught to do. Let's look at that now. That's not stable. People are getting laid off all over the place, or you go in every day and you're not really sure about what's happening as it relates to your job, even in the area of the corporate world. I know lots of people who are, our age, they're getting older, and now you're getting asked to retire or you're getting laid off all of a sudden and asked to take some kind of severance pay, and you're trying to figure out how is it that I'm supposed to live the rest of my life? Because listen, I'm 55. I still have a ton of time left. to live this life, but we also don't necessarily want to work as hard as we did when we were younger. And so it puts a lot of us in sort of a conundrum because we're not like a lot of the baby boomers where we stacked a ton of cash. A lot of us moved jobs and things like that. We had great jobs, but we didn't necessarily stack up, and nor at this point, the nest eggs that we have stacked up in our 401ks and things like that is not enough. And so for a lot of us, we're like, shoot, I'm going to be working until I'm like 80 or 90. And so I wanted to create Wisepreneurs because I think that for a lot of us, we have a real superpower. And our real superpower lies in our experience, that we have years worth of experience. A lot of us have all the different types of certifications and degrees and things like that. And that's all information that we can really leverage to create streams of income for ourselves that allow us to be financially free and allow us to have some time freedom to be able to live the kind of life that we want to live. And so that's what the Wisepreneurs Collective is all about. Is it's a safe space for you to be able to come to and to work with other people who are like-minded, who are of the same age, who have similar experiences, that we've all collected through life. And we're going to help build businesses together. And that business can be whatever size you want it to be. So I know sometimes you get people who say, oh, you should want, this mega business. And other people are like, no, I enjoy being a solopreneur. And I know sometimes people will, really talk about and say negative things about people who are solopreneurs and like, oh, that's not really a business and that kind of thing. Listen, I was a solopreneur myself for a number of years. I built a solo consulting company. It gave me more than enough income. It gave me a six-figure plus income that I lived very nicely off of. And I was happy with that at the time until I got ready to grow that business bigger. So I think that for each one of us, it's all up to what it is that you want to do. But what we're seeking to do here on this channel is to provide you with the knowledge and information to be able to create whatever kind of business it is that you want to create and to be able to monetize all of that knowledge and information and skill that you have gotten over the years working that job, or doing the different things that you've been doing in life. And so, hey, Wendy, I see that my wife, Wendy, has joined me and that she sees that I'm here. Dee, the tech bestie, is also here and shouting out our 3-day Monetize Your Expertise challenge. And so that's what this challenge is all about. It's challenging you to look at the skills and talents that you have developed over the years, make a list of what those skills that you could be possibly monetizing and that they could possibly be profitable for you. And then we're going to take you through 3 days where we're going to sit with you each day, give you the roadmap, give you the plan, give you all the details of what you need to be able to turn that skill, turn that knowledge into a profitable offer that then you can go and offer individuals. You can offer it to companies if that's who you choose that your ideal client is. But we're going to help you figure out who that ideal client is. And so we gave a great example earlier when we were live on TikTok, where Dee gave an example of someone that's been following us. Her mom is in a retirement community. She's retired. She doesn't want to go out and work anymore, but she was trying to figure out how she could bring in some additional income. And so she has become an artist. She loves art and she loves drawing. And so she talked to her daughter. They went on Chat GPT. She created these canvases. She went to the activities director there in the retirement community that she lives in. And now she has become kind of a resident artist there, art teacher there. And she's going to teach art to some of the other residents that are there. So she's getting paid by the community to teach the art classes. She has an additional stream of income. She monetized a hobby that she has. Now she has additional income that she's bringing in. And just as we were brainstorming, I was like, there's 2 or 3 ways that she could further monetize that one thing that she's doing because her daughter has taught her how to create canvases on Chat GPT. She could take those very canvases that she's created and sell them to other people who want to do the same type of art, but they're not there in that community. So she could sell it to other retirement communities. She could put it on Etsy, sell it to just people in general. Then they could print out the canvases. So again, there's lots of ways, even with that one thing that she's doing, that she could monetize it. We all have lots of skills. Gardening is a skill that I learned as a kid. Growing up on a farm, it became a hobby of mine. I love growing fresh fruits and vegetables for myself and my wife and the dog, because the dog eats them now too. But that's a hobby that I have and a skill that I have that I've monetized. So I help other people set up gardens. I help other people problem solve and troubleshoot issues that they have with their gardens. It's an easy one that I do. I do it whenever I want to do it, and it makes me good money when I decide to take on a project and create a garden for somebody or go out and do a garden consultation. So it could be a hobby that you have. It could be a skill in something that you do at your job. It could be just something in life in general that you're really good at. So if you have some great parenting skills and hacks that you have created, then use those parenting skills and hacks to help all the rest of the parents out there become better parents. There's lots of people that will pay you for that knowledge and information. And the last example I'll give is I was listening to a podcast yesterday and they were talking about a woman who was a soccer mom and she was really busy trying to coordinate. She had 3 kids. She was coordinating all of their schedules and trying to keep everything organized. And so she went out, she found Trello. She created a Trello board for organizing their afternoon sports and activities and events so she could keep it all up to date and keep it all organized. The family used the Trello board to know what was going on. She decided to share it with the other soccer moms so that they could see. They fell in love with it and they were like, oh my God, we need this. We need this because we need to be more organized. And I'm trying to keep up with all these things these kids are doing. So she gave it to them. They shared it with other people. And then she realized, as people kept contacting her for access to it, that she really had something. And so she created a landing page. She put the Trello board there. She sold it, I think, for maybe like $10 or something like that. But since then, since starting that one simple little thing, off of just something that she did to organize herself. She's now going on to make multi six figures, I believe up to $1 million off of selling those kinds of organizational tools, like Trello boards to people. So sometimes it could be as simple as that, where you're taking things that you take for granted, right? Because there's skills that you have, it's knowledge that you have that you don't think somebody else will pay you for, but they absolutely will pay you for it. And so that's what the 3-day monetize your expertise challenge is about, is you getting those things out of your head, putting them on paper, deciding which ones you want to monetize. Because we can't monetize all of them just yet, not all at one time. But figuring out which ones do you want to monetize first, creating that offer. We're going to show you how to go through the steps to create an offer. After you create that offer, we're going to show you how to put it online so that people can see and access your offer. And then we're going to show you how to create raving fans for your offer and how to get people to know that your offer is there, how to market to them, and how to get them to pay for it. So that's what the challenge is all about. We welcome you. We ask that you follow us here on YouTube. This is where we're going to be putting all of our content. We're building up our channel. So if you know of any people 40 and over who need some advice, some resources, some knowledge and expertise around how to create some additional streams of income for themselves, this is the place to be if you're 40 and over. So have all your friends come over, all your family members, everybody, bring everybody over to the Wisepreneurs channel so we can all hang out together, grow together, and create the type of lives that we want to live and not a life of fear. So none of us wants to live in fear as we age about money and what's kind of going on in the world. We want to be able to live a much more life of grace and ease, and one where we're staying healthy mentally, physically, and spiritually. So join the Wisepreneurs community. If you haven't liked this video or this live, then definitely do that. Also, subscribe and follow us so that you can stick with us and see the other content that we put out. I got 2 partners, Dee and Wendy, who are going to be on here with me as well. And so I can't wait for you guys to meet them as well. So follow us if you have any questions. Definitely, I love answering questions. So drop us questions in the comments. Know that also in the description, we'll give you the link to be able to join the 3-day Monetize Your Expertise Challenge. So I'm looking forward to meeting you there. Have a great day.